Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Peter and Flopcast. I am your host, the Chaos Dragons, and we are having a bit of a late start up. I do apologise. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 19 Changes teaser, and not everyone is a pleaser. We'll be covering all sorts of, we'll be covering various things today. Well, including, hang on, let me just lower the volume of la musique. There we go. We'll be covering stuff from Call of Duty changes. Apparently big ones. A cheap PS4 game. GTA teasers. Or with possible announcement. Charity. Promises. Remakes from very well, someone a fan made remake.
What's going on?
We are live.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm just going over some of the bits. And yeah. Some people being left somewhat heartbroken, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Like a banned game in Japan. Another one. Stuff we will get on to as we get on through the Flopcast. But anyway, Damo, how are you doing today?
No, I'm doing alright, to be fair, you know, like, just been playing some Dreamlight Valley.
Playing today. Some.
Okay, most of the day.
Most of yesterday.
Pretty much for the past week. I also finished some of the story on Genshin. The new story that you were going through yesterday, actually, I believe. I beat, what's his name?
Balladir.
That's the one, I almost said Baldar then. Or Balthar.
Just call him Ballgag. I beat the ball gag.
The ball gag. Yeah. You know, just, and obviously Dead by Daylight, because we love our DVD as well.
Love the DVD, especially when you were on borderline rage. Not that I'm saying anything or anything.
Oh no, I actually deleted that half of the VOD though, because at the end of the day I don't really want people seeing it. Like, because I'm not really that bad. If anything, I'm genuinely quite, I rage in a funny way that it's somehow comical for everyone. But like, that was a bit much even for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't want to remember it, let alone see it and shit, so, yeah. I basically just got rid of the VOD because why not at the end of the day, you know? But yeah. Other than that, I don't know, I think it's been quite chill, bouncy, you know, happy-go-lucky sort of shit. What about you, Chaos? What have you been up to?
Basically your usual. Well, you know me, I've actually just been just going through games as is per usual. Dabbling a little Bayo 3 here and there. Looking, well, surprisingly enough, actually, I've kind of been looking into Sonic Frontiers because I keep seeing stuff, and some people are actually saying this is going to be the best Sonic game in ages.
Yeah.
I know that's not exactly a high bar to beat, considering the Sonic games over the past decade have not exactly been good. Well, actually, I think the last real good Sonic game was back on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But yeah, it's also kind of making preparations for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because that comes out this month.
It does indeed.
This
Yeah.
This month is a very interesting variation of games. So there's going to be quite a bit of information probably coming from us in regards of said games, because obviously we got the new Modern Warfare.
That's true.
Like that literally recently hit things, and there's been a variety of stuff thrown around. Obviously, the campaign came out first if you pre-ordered it, and there's literally, I've been hearing reports and seen issues going on there. So I've been keeping my eye looking around everywhere. It's like, ooh, what's going on here? I'm a little information goblin.
Little information goblin. I love that.
Think of me as one of Santa's little helper, but for gaming information.
Yeah, honestly, like, I know there's a couple of games coming out around, like, literally in December. I can't remember what, like, they are, but I remember seeing them and thinking I actually may need that. But then, because there's not really been much information I've seen about it either, I'm like, I don't know what they're called, you know?
Yeah. So, in regards of actual games, because I know you're going to have some opinion on it, what have you kind of been up to gaming-wise this week? So give me your actual, like, review, because it's like, I've done reviews on games, so I think it's time you actually give us your own review on...
Okay, so...
It's like, you've literally been playing it a shit ton, so that's why I say, it's like, right.
Okay, so we're actually gonna... Okay, right, no, I get what you mean now. Sorry. But basically, I actually really enjoy, for some reason, playing Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I know when I streamed it, everyone was like, this is not your game. This is not the demo. What? Why are you into this? I don't know why I'm into it. If anything, to be honest. It was the fact, oh, it's on there. Nobody told me to download it. No, it just got mentioned that it was on the Xbox Game Pass. You know, which I have, like, I managed to get a hold of a month free for the Ultimate Game Pass, for a month. And I was just like, okay, fuck it, why not? I could have gone for, like, back to the Metal Gear Solid days and shit like that. No. You know, yeah, exactly. Daddy Yuri said something about it. You mentioned that it was on there, but you didn't tell me to download it, and I was just like, I'm going to secretly download this in the background. And I started playing it, streaming it on Discord to begin with, and I'm like, you know, I'm actually kind of having quite a bit of fun. Though the only pinpoint I would have is, even though I have an off-brand Xbox controller, it didn't want to play ball. So I'm just using mouse and keyboard for it, and I'm just like, you know what, this is so good.
I've noticed a lot of off-brand controllers haven't exactly been up to snuff as of late. They literally are more scuffed than anything else.
Well, this is the thing, though. Like, that off-brand controller, I even looked at reviews for it because it's quite expensive. It's almost the same price as an Xbox controller as it is.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, why is that? And it's just so good. Like, it will work with everything else, just not that. I don't know why. No, it's just like, no, Damo, you cannot. But anyway, getting back onto the topic, I actually like enjoying the fact that there is a little bit of a grind system to it as well. And even though
Bit of a
it's
grind?
annoying,
A bit of a grind? That's an understatement.
There's multiple grind aspects to it. You've got the dream light that you need to get. There's the items that you need to go and look for. You know, the coins to upgrade buildings and stuff. Like, for me personally, I find it great. And not just that, you can literally edit the world as well. So if you're, like, kind of stuck, because nothing, like, for example, in one of the areas where, like, the only area really you can actually get mushrooms from won't refresh. Yeah. That's because I don't know why this bug is still in the game, to be honest. But basically, you have to go into what I call that build world mode, move the teleporter, which is the wishing well, over to that locked part of the area to go and get it so they can all start refreshing. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting there like a mug, just waiting for it to happen and stuff like that, you know? But it's just like, I don't know, I just really like it. Plus, Wally, hello, especially since like early hours this morning, actually, guys. Chaos put that on.
Yeah, we sat there watching. Wally, literally about from like 3 o'clock this morning, and it's like because literally we'd been talking about Wally literally because obviously of Wally's in the dream game.
In the game, yeah.
So it's like, you know what, fuck it, shit. I got me thing up. And I just streamed Wally while we were in the Discord while they were playing. It's like, I was playing a game with Ivy and wanted to basically punch the game and Ivy for the suggestion of that game because it's fucking rage-inducing bullshit.
Innit? Like...
So, literally, are you saying that basically after I'd done that, that just basically caused you to go even more...
Yes.
Jesus fucking...
Yes.
It was gonna happen.
I don't know, I just love Wally. I can't wait until I get to unlock the Monsters Inc. part, because Sully...
Oh wait, has it been confirmed?
Yeah, there is. No, it actually is, because if you actually go into the inventory under fashion, there is a Monsters Inc. section.
Oh boy.
So there's a Monsters Inc. bit, and I'm really happy because who doesn't love Sully? Sully's so fluffy. You know, I can't wait to get introduced to him in the game because You're
never gonna leave him alone.
No, I'm just, even when I max out, like, because you can have, like, friendship with them as well, and level 10's the maximum. So even when he's level 10, nah, fuck everyone else, mate. Sully all the way. I'll be like, Sully! Like, come on, man.
You're literally gonna be like, Sully, come with me. Sully, Wally, big hug.
I know, right? It's just like, yeah. Like, I love it because it's just like, in a way, it's part of my childhood as well. Like, and if it weren't for the fact I was playing Disney, like Dreamlight Valley, I wouldn't have actually known that Disney bought out Pixar, and that's why Wally's in there. That's why, you know, Sully and all that lot, like, they're in there too. So it just makes me more excited to kind of like relive that little bit of my childhood and be like, yo, this is pretty fucking dope. Honestly.
Kind of a good thing then I actually basically just brought it up last night then when we were all just chilling.
Yeah.
Late in the evening.
Yeah, innit? Like, and that, to be fair, I kind of like that. Like, you know, that we can all hang out. Like, I weren't exactly feeling tired. Like, okay, I did make a few cups of coffee and that was probably why. But I enjoy it. Like, this is a part of me that I kind of enjoy. Like, I miss staying up quite late so I can talk to friends that, you know, aren't local to us. Like, you know, that aren't in the same country as us and stuff. Because it's nice just sitting there having that conversation.
That's a mood.
I know, innit? Like, I miss, like, having those late night conversations with my online friends and stuff. So it's just, like, I don't mind buying expensive coffee.
You don't mind paying out for an expensive thing which enables you to play a game that basically gives you the nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Pretty much.
So
But that's my review on it. I think it's 10 out of 10, motherfucker. Definitely gonna buy it.
would you recommend? Alright. Would you recommend it for? Right. Would you recommend it for the people that you know have a bit of a Disney background?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Would you
Even
recommend
friends
it for?
that don't.
Would you? I was gonna say, would you recommend it to those who don't have a Disney background?
Yes, Chaos. Yes.
I've already said it's not my type of game.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was going to be my type of game either.
You do realise how many games I'm already grinding on. I don't need another one. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and this is this has always been my problem. People have been like, "Get this game, get this game, get this game, get this game." I finally relayed, "Get the game." Everyone starts fucking playing it. So it's like, you know,
I'm trying to get you to get it now, you butt.
no, look. I've
we
seen
can play it
look. I've seen
together.
look. I've seen gameplay of it. All right, fair enough. It's other people's type of thing. It's not mine. All right, it's not mine. How many times do I have to tell people it is not my type of thing? All right, it is not my type of thing. That's kind of reason why I kind of gave up on Animal Crossing, because I tried it and I just got bored. It is not my type of thing.
But this is why, like, you know, I get Nitro. I have a code I could give you for a month or, well, 2 months free of the Game Pass.
I am good, thank
But
you.
listen. Hear me out. Okay, my guy, hear me out. Yeah. So it's only 8 gig to download / install on the PC, right? Stop. Why are you copying this? My point being is, it only takes up 8 gig. You're given a code for free to get that Game Pass for PC, to download it and try it out. All I'm asking is for you to try it out for half an hour to an hour at most. If you don't like it, fine, fair enough. Whatever.
I would rather you save that. I would rather you save that code for someone who actually would want to. I would rather you save that code for someone who actually would want to.
Well, other than Dreamlight Valley on there, you know that.
I know. I know. I'm fully aware.
I to this man, and he still declines people.
That's because I'm saying, give it to someone who actually would make more use of it than me. Give it to someone who actually would make more use of it than me. Don't give me that sarcastic slurp. This is what I've been dealing with all fucking weekend, everybody.
You love it. You love it.
I believe my test did not put masochist up high. Thank you very much.
And if you're wondering what test he was referring to, that's bdsmtest.org.
Yes, we did we did the BDSM test. Why? Because it was fucking funny. And I ain't afraid to talk about it on stream. Because that shit do be funny.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, what about you? Is there a game that you want to review or anything that you've been playing recently?
Well, actually there's not really any games that I kind of want to review because, well, I'm waiting for Pokemon Scarlet.
Okay, but what about the story for Genshin Impact that you streamed yesterday? I know you gave part of your view on it, during the stream, but...
Alright. So, I will admit, like, I loved the story. I love the fact that this particular episode actually went on way longer than I thought it would. Although that might be due to the fact that I literally got blasted. By a hype train, as well as various other things, when I tried to stream it. On Friday. But I like how they've actually done the fact that literally we finally actually find out information from the God of Wisdom, and I literally said if the healer actually says, oh, by the way, people, spoilers.
Yeah.
If she goes, oh, I have information, but I can't tell you, like Zhongli and Venti, or Zhongli and Venti, like Raiden Shogun literally couldn't tell us anything. to be fair, the Raiden Shogun, the real Raiden Shogun, has been tucked away in a little corner eating cheese sandwiches for God knows how long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like how they actually did it. I like the fact that there were multiple aspects of it, that it wasn't all just fighting, walk this way, walk that way, fighting. There was actual... It gave each of the sort of like characters of the area an actual time to shine. At least the ones that weren't afflicted by the major illness. Like, Tainari got his time to shine. Dia got her time to shine. Like, Alhaitham. Like, Nahida herself got time to shine. Like, so many actually... They actually spread out the... Like, the goodness of each character and gave like, a bit more flavour to them.
Yeah.
I can kind
Which is
of...
what they really needed.
I can kind of understand why people were so when it came to the story of Inazuma, but the thing with Inazuma, it was non-stop action. So there was no time for actual story, because literally, there was not much really to tell. Literally, there was a Vision Hunt decree going on. How do we stop it? Well, I actually proved to the Raiden Shogun that this isn't the way to go.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you need? Yet there was literally multiple layers of things that we weren't aware of. This was actually very story-driven. Even Nilo got her own little actual bit. Her own little actual bit where she danced in front of the academia. I thought that was fucking awesome. The fact that there were multiple like cutscenes that Alhaitham, he actually gets to have his own little cutscene again. That character's literally had like in the actual Archon story, literally he's seen more cutscenes in just his short time, and he's not even an actual playable character yet.
I know.
But the thing is, we've not actually seen him use a weapon yet. All we've seen is him just move around. But yeah,
That is true.
The fact is, it's actually got theories running through my head in regards to the story, especially considering like what's gonna happen next. That part has me very, very curious, because it's like, and it's also set up for Fontaine, the next region, which is the Hydro region.
I know. I can't wait, to be honest.
And I wonder why we can't wait. Ganyu squad.
Ganyu.
As you can see, under you, Ganyu.
And Rosario as well.
Well, for me, it's Ganyu and Yaimiko. Perfect.
I mean, against like Hydro things, like ice sort of situation.
Cryo Electro.
Duh.
That's
I'm just saying, my team will then be filled up with like 2 Cryo, 2 Electro, done.
I know a few people that are literally going to be happy about Fontaine. Our self-proclaimed Electro Queen. She's going to be happy. But here's the thing. We're going to have to wait some time because, well, we've got some of the other characters that actually come out. We have got Alhaitham to actually come out. Scaramouche. That literally got revealed. And we've also got Dia as well.
Can't wait for Dia, honestly.
Same. She's just so good. I just like her character. And it's like, I like her design, and it reminds me of another character. Another character I also really like.
Please do, pray tell.
From the Tales of Berseria game, reminds me of a character known as Velvet Crow.
Ooh, very nice.
I recommend you look her up, and you'll see why I kind of think she has a very similar look. Why I think Dia has a very similar look to her.
What's her name again?
Velvet Crow.
Okay.
Tales of Berseria, actually a good game.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, you can definitely. Okay, yeah, you can.
Told ya.
Obviously, quite a few things are a bit different, because you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch, Caden.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can definitely tell with just like, you know, a bit of the the bottom half really, because obviously where she has like the short trousers, isn't it, like half and half?
Well, it's cut where it ripped.
Yeah. Which is
know-
obviously a similar design to Velvet.
Yeah, and you notice how her arm is, her bandaged arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at another picture where you see it basically in full like demonic arm, it's kind of like the armor that's on Dia's arm.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, the hair as well being all messy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the shirt that she's got on basically being pretty much just ripped to shreds and not much.
You can see it through my glasses. I know you can.
No, I can't actually.
Can you not?
Yeah. Well, I can see a reflection, but I'm
I was
not
gonna
actually...
say you're literally talking about the areas that I'm like focusing on.
Yeah.
Every time, I'm like,
Literally, I'm sorry, but literally, I like Velvet Crow as a character. Her story is tragic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's... The thing about like Dia is because literally she has there's a part of the story where she's actually sold her weapon, and they actually keep up with that in one of the cutscenes.
Did you know there's an anime?
Of Tails, yeah. Tails is Asteria the X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fully aware.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, the anime actually did a way better job than the game. Yeah, I know. Don't often say that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I might have to give this a watch as well.
It is really, really good. It is really, really good.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. If you are gonna try out the Tails game, I do recommend Berseria. Because it's like, it actually literally, Velvet Crow's voice actress, especially in one part of the story, just nails something. Just nails one of the lines so damn well. And in the anime, you do see Velvet Crow a couple of times because it's talking about the past. And one particular line, because essentially, I know it's deviating from Genshin Impact in my review of the game, but it's kind of talking about Velvet Crow, and there's what. But in the anime, Velvet Crow, she's just a regular girl who's learning how to actually fight to protect her sick younger brother. Her sister's fiance is who's an exorcist is protecting the town, as well as other places from what are known as demons.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, one night, there's pretty much like a blood red moon, if I remember correctly in the scene, and she goes to a certain location and her brother's being sacrificed.
Okay.
By
Why?
sister's fiance.
Oh my.
Yeah. Basically to obtain a type of power that would basically bring order to the world. But in the process, as time would go on, it would then become less order, more draining of human emotion, which apparently was one of the key factors for turning people into demons. So when she sees her brother getting sacrificed, she charges through the demons that are in her way, and then there's a bit of a light explosion, and her arm basically becomes infected by the demon. And she obviously then in turn it becomes known as a demon eater, because her arm devours other demons. But there's a price to be paid for this power that she now has. The food that she used to cook, the drinks that she used to make, she can't even enjoy them anymore. She has no taste buds. And she's out to basically get revenge for her little brother who was sacrificed.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and so she ends up. So this woman who ended up becoming her, I guess, we'll just call him brother-in-law at this point. It was known as, I can't quite remember what the terminology they used, but it's basically like a spiritual assistant.
Right.
and they were kind of like almost enslaved by the exorcists, so to speak.
Okay.
That took over, and Velvet, unfortunately, she got imprisoned
Oh.
and just locked away.
Oh.
She was treated as just a monster. And literally, as the game goes on, she meets other people, some demons. She meets an exorcist who is very pure of heart, but very naive at the same time, and needs a huge wake-up call. And she gets several slaps to the face, and they are fucking needed. Also meets this mage. And one character who would make a return, well, make an appearance in the game that chronologically would be the game that story-wise would take place after it, Tales of Zestiria, where he ends up losing control and becomes a full-on dragon.
Nice.
Not really, considering the fact he also tries to attack his little sister.
Oh, that's not so nice.
Yes.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, it's worth if you like JRPGs and you like a good story and a good dubcast, I do recommend it. In Tales of Berseria, it's pretty cheap right now. I think on PlayStation it's like about 15-16 quid because it's considered one of its classics. So yeah, you can get like multiple outfits for the characters as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do recommend Tales of Berseria myself. Will I stream it at some point? Possibly. But where I'm at the story, I'm kind of like in the 60s. Because I decided to pay for all the DLC, which paying for all the DLC also included a bunch of level ups.
Oh.
Yes, for some reason the Tales games you can actually pay for quick level up. You can level up normally. It's not it's literally just like a regular RPG, just like fight enemies, do quests, and you can level up. Or you pay for the quicker, and you can basically just get zing.
I mean, the grind is what makes it sometimes fun, though, doesn't it?
That is true. Also, because sometimes they like to throw high-level enemies when you're still low level in the game. Like I'll use this as an example. Tales of Arise. There's actually an enemy that is a large enemy that's about in the 40s. In an area you should be only about level 5.
Yeah.
And it just takes too damn it can easily avoid its attacks. It just takes too damn long, and if you run out of MP, you kind of start to get a bit fucked. And plus, also at that point, you don't really have much in the way of revival items either. So,
That makes sense, to be honest. Like,
yeah. So if you and you do get trophies for actually taking out these big enemies. So,
okay.
yeah. But yeah, I know I deviated from Genshin, but yeah, Genshin's Genshin recent story from the recent update, very much approve. I highly recommend people actually take the time to sit there and actually play it, because this one does take a bit of time. Literally, I thought the stream yesterday was only going to go for about a couple of hours. Fucking 4 hours later.
Yeah. So I'm just on a Dead by Daylight Twitter page because I will share my disappointment a little bit later in.
Yeah.
From the Stranger Things day, so I'm just kind of like looking at some stuff
I know.
they've put on their Twitter at a minute.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've rambled on long enough. So I think we should get right into the information that we have. I almost slipped into that bullshit, but it's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. Nope. No.
What have I told you? Don't have high expectations when it comes to stuff.
I know, but they just put up a very short video of a sound, and they're like, you know, and
Uh-huh.
they've just gone
Uh-huh.
sound on. Can you guess the sound? And I'm like,
You do realize what Sony did not that long ago in regards of Bloodborne, right?
yes, they trolled the community.
Not intentionally. My guess is they weren't thinking it was just a slow day in the office.
Hey,
Anyway,
don't worry, it's Yui.
anyway, on to information, ladies and gentlemen. So, Modern Warfare 2 recently just came out. Based on what I have seen from some people, because the campaign was released first before the multiplayer, which is odd considering most days multiplayer comes out before campaign.
Mm.
Basically, there's been some issues with it. The campaign. I heard of one of our friends, Yuri, was was streaming the game and actually came across a bug in one of the story chapters where as soon as Price said something, she would fall through the floor. They have apparently since patched that out, and something else they're also patching out as something else they're going to be doing as well. Based on this article that I have found, Modern Warfare 2 already overhauling central feature following fan feedback. Modern Warfare 2's user interface and user experience systems will soon be completely changed. So put that paracetamol back in the packet because the headaches will be history.
They need hardcore, damn it.
User interface refers to what you use to interact with a game, like a mouse or keyboard or controller, a pizza slice, what have you. Yeah, they use that in the article, a pizza slice. It's almost like they would be reading this. I'm so honoured. On the other hand, user experience means the aesthetics or the arrangement of the features on the screen. According to a report from leaker Ralph's Value, issues with the UI and UX were raised to the Infinity Ward team and described to be difficult and invasive to design goals. Difficult and invasive to design goals could also be applied to the invasion of cane toad in Australia, and just like the UI and UX issues in Modern Warfare 2, it persisted in spite of a lot of people saying no, wait, stop. The game's UX has been derided across social media, with some taking things into their own hands to offer potential designs like alright, so they're literally basically just, well, as you can imagine, people on the internet will literally, if they think there's something severely wrong, they're going to do their best to show off a complete overhaul. Because that's what people fucking do. Raphael's divination have been bang on in the past, correctly stating that General Shepard would return into the series and that characters could die depending on your choices. So it will be music to your ears to hear that Infinity Ward will be overhauling the game's look. Infinity Ward plans to facilitate an entirely rework of Call of Duty's UI UX systems, claimed the leaker on Twitter, adding that it will be a major redesign and rebrand. That this hasn't been acknowledged by Activision, so we'll have to hold our horses for now. But the redesign will apparently arrive in segmented changes. Now, as you know, we don't exactly deal. We report on stuff, even big rumours that have caught the media's attention, like this has.
Mm-hmm.
A possible, like, literally, saying there's going to be a big overhaul and stuff is one thing, but actually providing more bit of an evidence in regards to stuff on what would actually be the changes would probably be better. They definitely, from what I've been hearing, they definitely do need to maybe make some changes to stuff. But then again, it's Call of Duty, so... And they've literally released the game, and there's already issues. Apparently there's stuff like missing, like hardcore mode, as stated in chat. But it's kind of like, it's like, is it a case of they've released the game in its current state and literally just going to add everything that's in the other games? In which case, why release it in and not complete state. When I heard that the campaign was released first before the multiplayer, it's like, why do that?
Yeah.
Why not release the game in its full? Why not release the game when you guys are actually done?
No,
you don't like, right, you don't release like a puzzle, but you don't release like a box with puzzle bits and actually say, right, this is a box of 1,000 pieces. You will receive the rest of the pieces over the next coming months. It's like, no, you don't do that. Like, if you're gonna release something, you release it in its full package. And I can't believe I'm gonna use this as an example again, but it just fits. Considering the fact it's the same company. Overwatch 2! Free to play! Talked about in trailers when they first announced it, and several times over since then. PvE, campaign, story mode. Yay! Game gets released. Where the fuck's the campaign? Oh, probably won't be out till next year, and you might have to pay for it. The fuck?
Yeah, sorry. One of them wants airtime and the other one just wants a hug, so I'm like, whoever gets here first.
Ooh, are we gonna have a cat's hug?
We
But
might, if they actually behave and stop being dickheads. I'm here.
But yeah, in regards of stuff, it's literally a case of, it's Activision, people. It's Activision Blizzard. I know they're owned by Microsoft now.
Yes.
But they're literally releasing stuff in bits again. And I'm like any like modes that you guys have enjoyed in previous Call of Duty games, especially over the past couple, it's probably going to take some time to actually get here. Because it's clear they're not ready. It's clear that the games that they've been releasing, they're not ready. So, again, is this just more evidence of how they're struggling to actually meet up their own hype?
Okay.
Or is it going to be, or is it just going to be a case of different teams, different problems? Because as far as I'm seeing, it's different teams, same problem.
Yeah.
And cat
also,
time.
can we just admit, like, actually just take Odin's now going at the back of the chat. Thanks, Dick. Can we just take time to actually understand that Saber doesn't like being held, and yet he's letting me hold him?
You can see that.
I know.
Ladies and
Are you
gentlemen.
done?
Ladies and
It's
gentlemen,
okay,
we're
it's
seeing,
your brother being a dick.
ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing something very, very rare.
Yeah.
Saber actually being sweet.
It's alright, it's just Odin. It's
And
just Odin
here-
being a dickhead, he's being jealous.
And here we have,
Okay.
the Saber actually submitting to cuddles with the demo.
He's looking at you good and proper, by the way.
It is a very, very rare sight to see, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I get down? Are you comfy?
I believe Saber might actually be comfy.
No, there we go.
Okay then. That shuts me the fuck up. Also, I just realised, when I'm like this, I'm just a floating head.
Yes, you are. Odin!
I should get one of them things that basically like covers up the neck all the way, so I can literally just be like a floating head, like.
Hi. No, you don't. Oh, fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What do
you
you
can't.
want?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can't work with animals in the entertainment industry. I've stated this several times in the Flopcast. I just.
He's literally hitting me with his tail, bro.
I can see that.
Thanks.
I can see that.
You want to sit on my lap? Oh, this is gonna be so difficult. Come on. Get it over and done with.
I was wondering how long it would be before we actually get some
No,
cat
he's gone
time.
on the desk. He's being brave.
To be honest, we didn't get any cat time last time.
No, it's true.
We've not actually had much in the way of cat time, so.
Can you leave the goddamn
like, ladies and
bowl? This is a bowl.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do sometimes talk about video games when Damo's cats are fucking her over. It's oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, God.
Because of a bowl. I was tricked. I was tricked because there was a bowl that I forgot about. Fucking rude. Just rude.
Oh, God.
Dickhead. No, leave your brother's tail alone.
Who here predicted that there would be cat problems at one point or another? Because it's been a few weeks and we literally have not had any of that on the Flopcast.
Me!
To be fair, we've been predicting it for fucking weeks.
Yep, that is true. That is very, very true.
So, Damo. It's your turn. For some.
Oh.
Yeah, I've talked about one bit.
Seeing as there's only one Sims related thing,
Are we swapping over?
yes, because there's only one thing and I may as well just get it over and done with. Thank you very much. So, Sims time with Damo, guys. So The Sims 5 Project Renee has been hacked and pirated.
Hang on. Sims time a Damo.
So yes, The Sims 5, aka Project Renee, has been hacked and pirated. I kind of like called it that was going to be happening because they've showcased a lot of very early stage development things, you know, sort of situation where it was bound to happen, sort of situation, you know. So yeah, a trustworthy, and this is also simscommunity.info, by the way, one of the most reliable Sims news sources you can ever come across. Definitely worth checking them out. They also do guides and stuff like that, blah blah blah. But yeah, trustworthy source reports that Project Renee, also known as The Sims 5, has been hacked. The worst thing that can happen to a video game, especially so early in development, is currently happening for Project Renee, also known in the community as The Sims 5. Last week we wrote about the insider playtest for Project Renee that happened last week. Unfortunately, I did not get chosen. Sad. The playtest was offered to dedicated EA playtesting members to test out the game's workshop, along with up to 3 friends that they can invite.
Not it.
The playtest started on October 25th. Unfortunately, The Sims 5 has been hacked because of this. The ability to invite other friends to the playtest is most likely what made the game leak in the end. Tom Henderson, a very reliable source in the gaming journalism industry, wrote a new report on Insider Gaming about The Sims 5, specifically how the game got exploited from the playtest. The game has already made rounds outside of the playtesting groups. People who were not invited to the first playtest are now playing the game, with additional claims that they were able to hack the game and have other players connect to it, without even having to contact the EA servers first, or be a member of the EA playtest group in general, making it the first Sims game in the franchise history to leak so early in development.
That's actually, like, what the fuck? How? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, well, glad you asked, because that's the next part of the fucking article that I shall read to you. Literally titled, How Project Renee Got Pirated and Cracked. Reported by Tom Henderson on Insider Gaming. Sources who wish to remain anonymous due to the possible repercussions of their name going public have shown Insider Gaming that they've already managed to crack and pirate the current version of The Sims 5. The hackers who've been able to generate access tokens using a playtester Devuno token, which allows them access to the game, These generated tokens will allow anyone to access the game without needing any form of online access or approval from EA. In addition to the replication of the access tokens, the hackers have also shown gameplay of them playing on peer-to-peer servers without ever needing to contact EA servers. It's understood that cracking the game was fairly easy as the game is currently unencrypted and runs on Unreal Engine. This has apparently made it real easy to bypass the titles, in brackets, lack of security. EA has already said that they are prototyping The Sims 5 on Unreal Engine, but it's not been specified if the game will fully release on Unreal Engine 5 or not. When asked if the hackers will make these generated codes and access the game public, Insider Gaming wasn't given an answer before the publication of this report. Apart from the potential
Probably
disaster,
not.
though,
I imagine they probably,
likely.
I'm probably, because literally, as soon as they release that shit to the public, guarantee that shit's gonna get traced back to them, and their ass is in for a major lawsuit.
Hence why they want to be left anonymous. I mean, I also think it's kind of fucking stupid that you would be honest about it.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I hacked the game. Let me show you, but keep me anonymous because you have to due to privacy and data reasons.
Actually, says how they breached. Actually, says how they've breached. I'm pretty sure they even though they want to maintain anonymity. I'm pretty sure if the company wanted to file a lawsuit,
they could.
Yeah, the only thing that's keeping them from anonymous is their names being released to the general public. The company technically, because they've essentially stolen private property.
Yeah.
Technically could file. These guys are This is a very bad thing. The fact that literally the game's been leaked and basically on the verge of being distributed, way early on, is not good.
Yeah, pretty much. And it literally, just to end that bit of the article as well, by the way, that obviously this is sourced from, there is obviously more to the Sims community stuff as well after.
Yeah.
It says, apart from the potential disaster though, it seems like The Sims 5 is already going down well with fans. Quoting, everyone loves it in the playtest Discord, said one source.
See that makes sense in the playtest Discord. And the actual playtest, fair enough. They'd be allowed to actually give little bits and bobs here and there like that.
That is fine, but
what these guys have done is we like what we see, so yeet.
Yeah, pretty much. And then for the rest, there's not a lot left of the actual thing anyway, but it says the initial playtest for The Sims 5 is the main culprit and reason why the game got hacked. Playtesters were able to invite folks who were not part of the EA playtest group, which led to the game getting in the hands of hackers who cracked the game files. Considering the initial playtest of The Sims 5 was secret, it's unknown if EA will ever make a statement about the game's unfortunate hacking. Project Renee/Sims 5 is still very early in development. We wrote back in January 2021 that The Sims 5 will be prototyped and developed in Unreal Engine 5, but it's unclear if the final state of the game will rely on this engine or not.
Well, to be fair, Unreal Engine 5 is still... To be fair, Unreal Engine 5 is still... it's not even actually being used yet. Everyone's still using Unreal Engine 4. So, to basically make the statement of them possibly being on Unreal Engine 5 is... It's a bit too early on to actually make that prediction.
Yeah, and I have just double checked as well, see if there's any other news for that. There is unfortunately no news about it. But yeah, honestly, unfortunately, if you're gonna release a playtest and be like, oh, by the way, you can invite a few friends that aren't part of this to do this and play.
Yeah, that's on
where
EA.
You're going wrong. That's where they've gone wrong, honestly, massively. Because one person could be like, oh, I've got a few friends that are into it. Gives it to this code to 3 of their friends are allowed to invite, and all it takes is one person out of that group of 3 friends to destroy it. And the unfortunate thing is that is probably going to get back to the person who gave that code to one of the friends to begin with, and it's just going to fuck that person over.
Yeah, there's more that's going to happen in regards to this, because literally this is gonna basically restrict any future sim game playtest. Like, no, because the thing is, this is more actually than just Sims. Like, this is gonna this is like, because it's already tough enough to actually beta test games or alpha test games, depending on the stage of the development. It's already tough enough it's already tough enough for the general public to actually be able to do stuff like this. This is one of the reasons why a lot of gaming companies don't want to do it. Why they'll actually hire legit quality assurance testers.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. It's because people in the public do stupid shit like this.
Yeah, and this
now
the person
who probably gave out the code to their friends, they probably didn't intend for this to happen.
No, of course not.
I can imagine an actual fan of the actual Sims series would not do something that stupid, because this could also, like, because they'll have actually logged in via their username through their EA account.
Yeah.
So when it comes to actual Sims 5, they might have to make a brand new EA account because they won't be able to actually play. This has a lot of personal and professional repercussions.
Definitely.
I'm gonna, like, if there's any more information on this demo, please do keep up with it.
I'm literally looking on the Twitter page for Sims now, so...
Because this is not just a Sims issue, this is now an EA issue. And this is... Like, this coming public is one... Again, why you don't see a lot of gaming companies do open betas. Like, there's a reason why... I'm quickly swapping over to the other version quick.
No, it's okay.
There's a reason why, when it comes down to it, EA, they'll have you sign up for their betas.
Yeah.
They might hide, like, this actually is going to restrict severely. Like, fuck, man. People are not, like, people are going to have less access and less chance to actually test. Like, they're gonna hold the general public's opinion on early development games, even like beta testing stuff in the late stages. They're gonna hold their opinion in high levels of scrutiny.
I'm not seeing anything on their Twitter as of late. Obviously, that article was done literally on the 2nd of November, so it's relatively extremely new.
But they might actually be like trying to keep their actions hush hush for now.
Yeah, because they might be trying to crack down.
Because this is technically now actually a legal issue.
Yes.
So we probably won't hear anything for some time. But that's a humdinger, dude.
Oh yes.
Severe, like, Jesus Christ. Like, why do they think this would be a good idea? Do they honestly think, like, who the hell, like, oh my god. Like,
1 hour ago, check in, beat best final boss, EA.
Yeah.
There's nothing on their Sims Twitter account, so I'm looking on their EA.
Yeah, there probably won't be anything there either.
Air popped microwave popcorn.
Not gonna lie, there'll probably be more information on their Discord. At most.
I'm not a part of the EA Discord. So.
Yeah, as I said, there'll probably be more information there or within the playtest itself.
Oh, why? EA are back at it again with the stupid shit. Are you ready for this?
Oh, go on then.
Be honest, when was the last time you cleaned your controller? We don't know either, laughing emoji.
Literally, I clean mine almost every few days.
I cleaned mine earlier. Why are they just...
Fucking EA. And we wonder why they...
No one takes them seriously.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Oh. It's a miracle this hasn't happened to him before. It's a miracle this hasn't happened before. Fuck sake.
Going trick-or-treating, what's holding your candy stash? Obviously, the most votes got was pillowcase, and then they responded to it going, we don't want to hear about anyone hiding candy in their HDD expansion slot.
That could have multiple meanings.
But yeah, no, they've not commented on it either. So yeah, they could really be going like through the legal route of it all, which would make sense in itself as well, to be honest. But it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
In a way, you know.
But yeah, right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 9 o'clock, so you know what that means. It's time for a 10-minute break. So we will see you guys. So we'll see you guys very, very, very shortly. Grab yourself maybe something to drink, maybe something to eat. Go pee, go for a poo. Or whatever it is that you need to do. And we will be back in the next 10 minutes. So, stretch them legs. See you in a bit.
See you guys in an Eskimo.
Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome back. I hope you guys were able to actually do what you needed to do. So, on to more bit of news. There's no actual, like, real specific news this week. It's just mixed match, as you guys can already gather. I'm going to go on to something a little bit interesting that caught my attention. And, well, let me just... Yep. So, I actually found, well, there's this guy, that's been shown on Twitter and I found this out through the Gaming Bible. That's actually managed to make a 3D Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
Give me a sec. Boom. So yeah, this guy has actually managed to make so as anyone that's actually watched the Yu-Gi-Oh series knows, that obviously the cards have basically been made into like holograms, pretty much now in the anime. Well, this guy's actually made actual Yu-Gi-Oh holograms.
Very nice.
So as you can see on the video that I'm currently playing, literally, he's actually just summoned a blue eyes white dragon, and there's the hologram of it.
That's pretty cool, man. I'd love to have that.
Dark Necrofair, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh fan Super Zolux has made this amazing AR mat. So could this actually be the possible future for Yu-Gi-Oh of stuff like that? Using a variety of handware and software, including Unreal Engine. Yep, Unreal Engine again. This man has actually managed to make Yu-Gi-Oh like this. Like, seriously, is this actually the first step to actually bringing the stuff that you see in the anime into reality?
Yeah.
Like, this is incredible. Like, I would love to actually see something like this, and I'm sure a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh fans would as well. Obviously, we have games like Master Duel and Duel Links and stuff like that. But to be able to actually do it IRL is a whole nother level. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this guy and see actually how much, like, how far this guy's actually going to go. And I hope this gets picked up. And also, I think it's a good thing as well, considering it wasn't that long ago that we unfortunately lost the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh. who apparently, based on information that has now surfaced, actually died while trying to save someone's life.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because obviously it was reported that he died whilst out scuba diving. But it has now actually come out that he was out, sort of like learning how to do it properly. And he unfortunately, well, there was a report of a woman and a child basically that had gone under. So this military instructor, along with the students, went under to try and find them, and he got unfortunately swept up.
Oh.
So the guy literally died trying to be a hero. So the fact that we might actually see, I know it's not entirely game related, but it technically is trading card game.
Yeah.
So it fits. Bending rules slightly, but but yeah, I would love to actually see this actually become a reality. I would love to actually like be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like put a card down and you actually see the monster.
Okay.
Like that would, to be honest, that would actually probably encourage more people to actually get back into it. To be honest.
To be honest, yeah, I do agree with you on that one, if anything, because it's like, it's just what, I don't know, it's just one of them, in all honesty. Like, it would be pretty cool.
Like literally, this is literally one of the few steps to which we can actually see anime shit made real life. I'm actually not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a nerd in regards to that, and I think that's cool as fuck. And I'm not gonna lie, kind of nerding out on that one, to be honest. So yeah, look. Hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, this guy keeps making this go further.
Sorry.
You good?
I didn't know he worked on Oh my god.
Whoa.
So a few years ago, a production sound mixer and boom operator followed my Twitter when I used to be hella active on it. For like stuff like The Walking Dead and stuff. Well, I've just kind of like, he still follows me, which is pretty fucking cool. But I've also just found out he does this stuff with Stranger Things as well now.
Really? Okay, anime.
Sorry. I just like was scrolling through Twitter for any other like news and stuff like that, like Dead by Daylight related sort of thing.
Because that's gonna be your next thing, isn't it?
It's more gonna be a little bit of a mini rant, yes, at both Dead by Daylight and Stranger Things at this point. But it's like, oh, you know, sort of thing, and
I had my rant when it came to Bayonetta, so I think you should.
No, honestly, yeah.
Right.
But
ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this, Damo. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So before I get on to the quick rant, basically, a production sound mixer boom operator called Robert K. Maxfield followed me a few years ago on Twitter. And I've just found out that he also does this shit for Stranger Things, and I fucking love it. Anyway,
as you can tell, she's a fan of Stranger Things.
Yes, and
so
The Walking Dead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if an idea of a Stranger Things game actually came out, she would probably bust her nuts.
Actually, thank you for reminding me.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Give me a second.
Oh my god. Literally, the first thing she's gonna do, can I play as Eddie Munson? Can I play as Eddie Munson? Can I play as Eddie Munson?
Well, first of all...
No, game is unplayable!
Okay, before I get... I'm going to focus on Stranger Things for a second before I get on with the rant, because this does actually tie in with the rant. Because it's Stranger Things. Anyway, Stranger Things Day was yesterday. I have been anticipated all day, waiting for these updates, you know, because there was some news leaks and, like, theories sort of thing, like Dead by Daylight and Stranger Things, like, was going to be announced, or Dead by Daylight, not Dead by Daylight, Fortnite and Stranger Things was going to be announced for a collab and stuff like that. No, not happening. I will vent about that soon. Do not worry. But in terms of gaming news world, one of the things they put on their Twitter was, ever wanted to spend a day as Vecna? Well, now you can with Stranger Things VR coming winter 2023 to a VR headset near you. Gotta say, don't know how to feel about it, but wouldn't mind playing it, to be honest, because, you know, I don't really want to go around killing Eddie Munson, to be honest, but it does look kind of cool, as much as I hate to admit it.
I'll do it.
And is what I don't...
Here's the thing. I just imagine
There we go.
I can just imagine you running around as one of the monsters, chasing Eddie Munson, going, "Come here, Eddie Daddy."
No,
Daddy
you
Eddie.
literally get to play as Vecna.
Come here,
The main
Daddy
baddie
Eddie.
from season 4.
Come here, Daddy Eddie.
Anyway, not just that, it's available exclusively on Netflix, because Netflix are bringing back mobile games, which is, and it states as well, saying whether it's battling a demo or like a demo doggy or solving a mystery, get ready for the adventures through Hawkins with the gang in Stranger Things Puzzle Tales. Play on your mobile devices, available exclusively on Netflix. Don't know how to feel about that, because it's literally just one of those where, you know, like, you get, like, say, 3 blue diamonds, it goes away, blah, 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 like, that kind of thing, and it's not the type of thing that I'm really into anymore. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, that set aside, rant time. Like I said, I was so anticipated for him to make a comeback on Dead by Daylight. There's been so many sources and everything like that. And yeah, it's not happening. I was quite disappointed. And I know I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up about it, but I did. And, you know, it's not even just that. Dead by Daylight have made very, very, very little hints towards it potentially happening. You know, the fact as well, like the writers from Stranger Things, as well as one of the main writers / developers for Dead by Daylight, also following each other as well, which is what they tend to do before they make an announcement, whether it's months or a year in advance. And it didn't happen. And I get where people are coming from, because like, you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up and stuff like that. I get that. But if I remember rightly, Chaos, we actually had this discussion couple days ago, didn't we, about the Stranger Things map for Dead by Daylight?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a little bit today as well. And you did make a valid point. As much as I hated the map, because I'd get stuck on things, quite literally, you know, it was a good map, and it did actually bring the experience better at the time, thinking back on it, as much as it annoyed all of us and stuff. But if you think back on it, it actually kind of made the game a little bit more enjoyable, because it wasn't the same consistent maps. We actually had a choice of it actually being a thing and stuff. And
yeah, there was, I'm gonna basically say what I said. Basically, there was ways that there was enough on the map, on the Stranger Things map, that basically make it so survivors could actually possibly use to either loop the killer or at least get away from the killer. And there was enough stuff on the map to actually make it so the killer would actually be able to get them or chase people long enough to possibly go to the other survivors. It was a map that catered to both sides. And that's unfortunately what's been lacking in Dead by Daylight as of late.
yeah, massively.
Because actually, the map that you guys hear me bitch about all the fucking time when I stream DBD is that bright ass cornfield map that even killers don't like.
Yeah.
Even killer mains don't like that fucking map.
Yeah.
So at least, like, we may not, like, killers and survivor mains may not be able to always agree on one thing, but there's one thing we can all agree on: that fucking map sucks.
Yeah. Honestly, I get that though, because it's just like they could have done so much with Dead by Daylight as a whole and stuff like that. I know that there's been a new map released. Well, will be released actually, because of the new Killer and Survivor that's coming out later this month.
Also, can we just talk about every time I stream Dead by Daylight, the final map is always the swamp.
Yes, actually, that is
what the shit?
Always.
Why is that the last map always in the damn rotation?
The thing, I think, honestly, because it's Chives' favourite map, and I understand why, it's quite good.
Yeah, it is.
But I think silently, secretly, Chives, like, you know, wherever they may be and whatever they may be doing, is, you know, when they know that we are streaming it, just, yeah, you know, just wants it. Like, you know what I mean? You know the word manifesting. That's it. You know, Chives just manifest that map, dude.
But
Like,
here's the, alright, I understand. I understand. Manifesting the map, right? But why is it always the final fucking map of the stream? That's what I don't get.
but it's also weird though because it's only whenever me and you are actually playing it together. Like I've noticed when I've streamed it, when you've you know, oh you know you've come to me like, right, okay, I'm gonna be doing this instead of DVD Saturday with you. I just thought I'd give you a heads up. Yeah, no, that's fine. But I've noticed as well, like if me and you are not like playing it together and streaming it together specifically, I rarely get that map.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like,
Yeah, literally,
second we play it, yeah, that's the map that we get, mate.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird the fact that the Swamp's the last match of this fucking stream, and yet the bright ass cornfield we get so damn much.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I've noticed we've we've not ended up on the Raccoon City Police Office. I'm so glad we've not ended up on with the killers that we've had.
I've seen a lot of people actually compare the Stranger Things map that we once had and that Raccoon City map, like have compared it and gone, yeah, no, the Stranger Things map was better. Bring it back.
Yes. Yeah.
And I fucking agree. And another little thing to touch base on as well. When we streamed together for DVD Saturday, I think, because a lot of the killers we went up against, you know, were new, and we don't really get, 9 times out of 10, we do not get matched with new killers at all. We don't get, you know, matched with, like, baby killers or anything like that, because, well, our rank kind of helps us with that, I guess, but... You know, to a point. The amount that we had, and it just really pissed me off that happened.
It was weird as well, because it's like, it reduced the amount of blood points and shit we were getting. I also think it might have something to do in regards of our prestige level as well.
Maybe, but even then, that wouldn't be enough for us to be matched with baby killers that often.
But here's the thing, with a baby killer, you still have, like, one perk. You can still put on one perk. That's the thing that confuses me. But the thing is, the ones that have literally been baby killers, I've seen them have outfits on that literally don't say they're a baby killer.
No, I know.
Which is, it was really weird, especially last Saturday. But then again, DBD's going through a bit of a weird phase at the minute, so...
Yeah, because they're trying to incorporate the update where you don't need... The killer doesn't necessarily need to have a memento mori anymore. Basically, to a point where it's just, oh, you're the last survivor... Okay, well, if you get downed, you're automatically moried.
Which, to be honest, I kind of agree with.
In a way, I do, but I don't, because what about... And I've actually seen people on Twitter that are actually killer mains express this, actually, over time, since it's actually been mentioned, and they were like, well, what if we want to give sympathy hatch? You know, what if they've actually worked well with us, and we've gone, you know what, we'll give you the hatch, because you've done a good job.
But that's only if they've been downed. What I think what they basically mean is, if that is the last survivor, then they have the option to do it. You basically have the option to do it if you want. I don't think it'd be a case of, oh, you're downed, instant. Because that'd be...
They haven't really touched base on it that much, that's the problem.
Yeah, well, to be honest, to say, oh, automatically, that will literally bug the game out. That will actually bug the game out, so I don't think it would be an automatic, so I think we could rule that out. Because literally the servers for DBD aren't stable enough for that shit. we can all agree with that.
Yeah, and they've also as well mentioned at one point, saying that like they want to implement where a match is at maximum like about an hour or something like that. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention to that, but it is something that has like cropped up at one point, and I was just sitting there like, but why would you? Like, I get it because some people hold up the game and stuff like that, and it gets really, really annoying. But in the same sense as well,
But what
that's
if it,
why
but,
you
but
just
what if
back
it's
out.
but what if it's a really good stealth off match? Like literally everyone's just being hella stealthy
Yeah.
and taking their time. Like literally, what then?
I'll have to try and find it. Hang on.
Like literally, if they're basically gonna have it like the match is literally, I'm sorry, but literally the behavior that literally ends literally bringing like the high level stuff that ends matches quickly. It then basically takes away like a lot of the challenges as well.
Yeah.
It literally then removes, like, if you're trying to get a certain thing done, it's almost impossible to actually get it done within a certain time frame.
Yeah.
And if they're literally going to limit the game to an hour, I'm sorry, Dead by Daylight, but you maybe want to make it so we don't have to reset the game almost every fucking time we actually try and stream it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
DVD's having a connection issue where we can't play. Where we're actually having trouble trying to find together. Right, everyone, restart your game.
Yeah.
It's almost every single session. It's like, bruh, fix that shit first before you start implementing shit like that.
I'll have to try and find it for another time, but honestly, like, it's ridiculous. Like, I get it because they're trying to, like, you know, please everyone, and unfortunately, you kind of can't please everyone in this community, let alone any community in terms of the gaming world.
Here's the thing: the stuff they're doing isn't pleasing anyone.
No.
The stuff they're doing isn't pleasing anyone. Like literally, considering the huge rise in regards to Stranger Things as of late, surely there'd be a huge want to actually get people the opportunity to actually be able to play as the Demigorgon or play on the Stranger Things maps. Like literally, that'd be the perfect literally now was probably like they could have easily capitalized on the recent series.
Yeah.
They could have easily capitalized on that. They could have easily. Like, literally, do you know how many people would have actually probably jumped on Dead by Daylight to be able to chance to play as the Demigorgon and try and fuck people up as the Demigorgon? Because the Demigorgon can be scary as shit. Trust me, I
when
know.
it wants to be, yeah.
Trust me, there's a reason why I call him the Demi-Bourbon.
Okay, so there will be a system update for Dead by Daylight 6.4. This is on their website itself, well, on their forum part of the website. Team-based ratings, adjusting survivor ratings based on the team's performance as well as your own. Extended breaks, better handling for players who are coming back from a break. Okay. So, survivor song. While this works for an everyone for themselves mindset, team-oriented survivors would often find it punishing to die heroically to save their team, as this would be treated like a loss. This was the most common feedback we've received since the introduction of this matchmaking system, and we're pleased to say that we have a solution incoming. Starting with the 6.4.0, survivors' ratings will be based both on individual and team performance. Whether you gain or lose rating will be determined by whether or not you escape, but how much your rating is adjusted will be affected by how many survivors escape the trial. For each teammate that escapes, you gain more rating if you escape, you lose less rating if you die. For each teammate that dies, you gain less rating if you escape, you lose more rating if you die. For example, if you die but every other survivor escapes, your rating will hardly drop at all. In other words, keep your team alive for best results.
Okay, I see okay. Because it was a bit odd what they were basically saying. Yeah, basically on that, it sounds like if you are the last survivor and you get caught while everyone else has already escaped, you're not gonna get hurt too badly. It sounds like, because to be honest, that actually sounds quite fair, to be honest. I imagine Killer Mains might have something different to say about it. But again, it goes back to an earlier comment that you said, Damo. If like the match is actually going really well and the killers gelled well with the survivors and like literally a bunch of stuff has happened, like it kind of makes sense that like the other night we had a hillbilly and I basically took the hit so everyone else could crawl out. And it fucking worked.
Okay, so this is more for people that have taken extended breaks as well. That's also part of their forum. post, whether something important came up in your life or another game caught your attention for a while, will take breaks from time to time. At the moment, coming back from an extended break can be a little rough as you're trying to shake off the rust whilst playing against the same opponents. It can take a while for your rating to slowly drop to a place where you are more comfortable. To make returns as smooth as possible, we'll be improving the way the matchmaking system handles players who haven't played in a while. The matchmaking system has a confidence level. When you first play the game, the matchmaking system knows nothing about you, so it cannot confidently determine where you should be. As you play, your rating will shift far more than usual while it tries to figure out roughly where you belong. Over time, it learns more about you and its confidence increases, causing your rating to change less after each match. Simply put, after a long break, the matchmaking system will lower its confidence level until you've played a certain amount of matches. This way, if you're feeling rusty, your rating will drop much quicker than before, letting you face easier opponents much sooner. Meanwhile, if you play as well as when you left, say if, for example, you've been playing similar games whilst you're away, you'll stay more or less around the same place. Like team-based ratings, this feature will go live with the 6.4.0 update. We hope this makes the experience much smoother for returning players.
I can tell you this, it won't.
No.
Because who are they to actually say when a player's actually taken a long break? It could be just a case of someone's actually played elsewhere. Like it literally is only saying for that account. Like literally, they can't get that is literally an ion impossible task to actually basically put like the whole rating thing. No, I don't believe that for a second.
No.
Like, I honestly don't believe that is a thing.
No, I agree with you. That's the thing, because at the end of the day, like, that's just gonna make it easier. Like, don't get me wrong. Oh, you're a new killer. Okay, we expect you to kind of camp somewhat here and there and stuff. But if I keep getting matched with, like, you know, I don't mind going up against new killers because it can be fun. And it's like, oh, I haven't had a victory in a while. Sweet. Like, that's going to be handy for me. That's going to give me the confidence to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, once or twice sort of thing. But a lot of the new killers, that when people play killer, where a lot of them do camp. A lot of them do tunnel. And I know the point of the game is,
but the thing is, this is not just like, it's not baby killers that do it. It's like higher level killers that do it.
Oh no, of course.
So literally, they can't, like, if it's going on based on an actual like rating on how you've actually played, then that's gonna be scuffed. That's gonna be scuffed as hell because literally, there's only 4 ratings currently for either killer or survivor.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's not enough to actually. There has to be way more that would go into it. If they were to actually go by an actual base rating, like literally, there'd be like a whole fucking list of stuff that would actually go into it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is try and make it better and easier for everyone, but unfortunately, I will admit, that is kind of disappointing to hear, because it's like, I understand they're trying to help the people that have gone on a break, and they're like, you know what, I'll come back to Dead by Daylight, so, like, you know, for a little bit, let's see how it's changed. But in the same sense, not everyone's going to like it. Personally, I think they're, you know, forcing people to work as a team. I understand, like, yeah, okay, we've got to do it.
It's a team-based game, so...
Yeah, it is, but they do also have a couple of survivors that you know, what's her name? From the Trickster package. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yunjin.
That's one, Yunjin, right? She's all for yourself. So you're saying if someone plays her with the perks that she has, which is, you know, if you get in my way and I'm trying to escape and trying to get out, fuck you, sort of play style, because they're playing that character for that reason, which is meant to be played for that reason, you know, 9 times out of 10 anyway. That's what she was created for.
Yeah.
They're not going to get many blood points. They're not going to be able to, you know,
and also, like, something else has just popped in my mind. What if we have a killer that's not really, like, again, farming?
And they really wanting to stop people farming, because it's also how people learn.
Yeah, like literally, that's gonna heavily screw over like people. If we come across a farming killer and we get a shit ton of points and we max out all our stuff, We're literally gonna, based on that, what they're saying, we're gonna get screwed next match. We're literally gonna get screwed.
Yeah.
And also a killer as well. If they're still trying to get the hang of things and they're doing a farming thing, they're gonna get screwed as well. It screws over both parties. It does not. It's like, it's such a bad idea. But then again, it's behaviour. Since this game's released, they've been riddled with bad ideas for years.
No, I get that though, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's nice that they're trying, but in the same sense, I like from this standpoint, because of reading that, and all I was trying to do was trying to find the bit that I was talking about not too long ago, but coming across that and seeing that, it's that at this point, I think they've tried giving up finding a balance, because at this point,
it's like they're looking
it seems like they're kind of more survivor based, and we all know they have a pattern of this. 1 minute they're survivor based, like, you know, sided, next they're killer sided, but at this point I think they're just like, well, everyone who mains survivor is just bitching at us 24/7. We've tried doing it in the middle, fuck it, we'll be just on their side until somebody else bitches about something else. But it's like, well, no, because there's a lot of bugs in the game we'd much rather you fix. You don't need to buff killers or survivors or perks or debuff them, whatever. We just want you to fix the shit.
There is one killer they do need to debuff. Myers!
Okay, apart from Myers. Yes, obviously, behaviour buff. Debuff, Myers, if possible. But what I want to see mainly
if possible,
is not just
I'm sorry, but they reworked Freddy twice.
Yeah, I know, they can't make their mind up about Freddy, I think.
I'm sorry, but if they're trying to keep to if they're trying to keep to lore in regards to that, then they fucking threw that out the window with Freddy.
Yeah, but
debuff that knife-wielding white-faced masked son of a bitch. I fucking hate him.
But no, like, in all seriousness though, like, I would much rather the game, like, you know, have the bugs be fixed, or at least somewhat fixed, so it's like enjoyable for everyone. You know, because it's like,
we get that they're actually trying to fix the bugs, and they're trying to improve the player experience. We get that, but at the same time, it kind of feels a bit disheartening when, I think that'd probably be the best way to actually describe it, when we literally read stuff like that, and then we have to basically wait until they actually implement it before we actually hear anything. Like, but based on that just information alone, this is why we recommend that this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we always recommend that you look into stuff. We do our best to look in on our end, and we recommend that you look into things on your end as well, and then come to your own conclusion.
Yeah, definitely.
But based on that, it's a case of, as I said, disheartening. It's like, are you guys, like, what are you actually, it's like, I'm going to say this directly, behaviour. Guys, what are you up to? Like, literally, there has to be an end goal here. Like, what's your end game here? Would love to know. Like, don't want to, like, no spoilers or anything like that. Just like, what's your end goal here? Like, what are you actually trying to achieve? Because if they were to actually let us, because literally a lot of the time it's kind of memes in regards of their Dead by Daylight dev streams. Oh yeah, I think we've done a very good job. Literally at the height where people were bitching and moaning about the game as a whole. And it's like, we'd love to know what your end game is. It's like, it's all well and good having confidence in what you've done, but is it a case of your end game is literally whatever you guys happen to actually achieve at the time? Or is there something you would actually like to achieve further on down the line? Like, because as it stands, Dead by Daylight is currently probably one of the longest running horror games or survival type games of its genre currently out. It's been out for like what? Like nearly 10 years or something like that. It's been out for at least a good like 8 years or something like that. It's been out for quite some time. And so far, literally the only actual like real game like, have they released any other games apart from
Behaviour?
apart from Hooked on You?
Let me just check that up. I'm pretty sure they have, because I know I've mentioned it.
Mm.
Though, I will say, since we're on this topic of have they released any other games, luckily I went onto the Behaviour Interactive Twitter as well, wasn't it? Have that in the tab. Because, as I said in the last podcast, with the whole, survival, Behaviour Interactive are actually working on a new interactive streaming series where the entire community shapes the canon of Silent Hill. Coming in 2023, Face Your Trauma Together, Ascension.com. So it's Silent Hill Ascension, and yeah, it does seem pretty awesome. I don't know how they're gonna work it around though, because it's not Dead by Daylight-esque. And it's very limited to what I've seen as well. There's not much to go on for me to give you any more information than that. But I kind of can't wait, because at least that way, when that does come out, maybe, obviously, if you're up for it and we can get a few other people to play alongside with us, it could genuinely be something that we could play, regardless if it's on stream or not.
Yeah.
But
yeah, alright, back on to...
But anyway, yeah, I'm going back onto this because...
Because that's future. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, up to now.
I wanted to quickly bring that up before I forgot.
Yeah.
But they've done...
I have a bunch of other stuff I want to talk about.
Hooked on You, Meet Your Maker, Projects, Flipping Misfits, and Jurassic World Primal Ops. Obviously DVD Mobile, Game of Thrones Beyond the Wall. But they have partnered with a lot of other games as well.
Alright. Because it's like... To be honest, I'd completely forgotten about a bunch of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we'll cap, because we are reaching close to the end. I think I'll cap this off with, well, I think I'll basically end this whole thing with what I basically just said, and with a question. And it's something that we'll probably keep asking for some time until we actually get an answer. Because there's one question that has been that I've seen dotted about here and there for months now. Is there going to be a Dead by Daylight 2?
That is true.
Because Overwatch lasted way less than Dead by Daylight, and they've already got Overwatch 2 with a complete overhauled system. So Behaviour, I appreciate what you guys have done, and also pissed at you in some aspects. What's your end goal here, guys? What's the end game here? Would love to know. Not asking for any spoilers or anything like that, or any possible projects that are coming that you guys are working on that you're trying to keep private. Just what's the end game here?
Yeah, we just want to know.
Because at the minute it feels like we're just winging. It feels like you guys are just winging it. So yeah.
That's honest, and it's annoying.
That's an end of that. So I'm gonna do what I usually do when I have a bunch of articles to just quickly run through, because we have about 14 minutes left.
Yep.
And I reckon Rockstar kind of accidentally trolled people.
Again.
Real badly this time. They tweeted out a picture showing pink sky and palm trees. Now, usually when it comes to palm trees and pink sky or something like that, you immediately think of one of the previous GTAs, Vice City, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, apparently they tweeted out that, and thanks to Twitter's crop thing that they do, people thought, oh, Vice City remake, ah! Then they see #GTA 5.
That's rude, man. That is actually bullshit.
I will say this, that's less them, more Twitter doing how Twitter does in regards to that. So I'd say it's less Rockstar's fault on that one.
Okay.
Because think about it, it's like they just literally tweeted out that with literally #GTA 5. So it's already saying, hey, GTA 5, not anything else. It's not their fault that Twitter cuts things the way they do.
I know, it's kind of funny, but it's also not. It's actually quite sad.
Yeah. More Rockstar news. Apparently, later on this month, we're actually going to be getting some more GTA 6 information, according to a Rockstar insider. So, when that information drops, no doubt we will talk about it to an extent. Because, hey, that's what we do. Bayonetta's voice actor for Viola recently, a couple of weeks ago, did her second ever stream.
Hey,
and
nice.
was raising money for the charity Trans Lifeline.
Nice.
And raised $5,170. So, congratulations.
100%.
Congratulations. Appreciate it. Apparently because this was a couple of weeks ago, this article. I don't know if it still is, but apparently it was, at the time of the article, the charity was still live on her channel, so you could donate still. So, congratulations on reaching a goal like that on only your second ever Twitch stream. Very much appreciate actually seeing good work and charity work done. BioWare have made a promise. Mass Effect 5! Yes, Mass Effect 5, a game that people have been speculating what might actually appear after the travesty that was Andromeda and the success of the Mass Effect Trilogy remake. Mass Effect 5 is going to be a single player through and through, they have promised. Now, whether that includes, obviously, a small multiplayer element like Mass Effect 3 had, don't know. But that'll be something to actually keep an eye on the future. And, a plucky fan has managed to, actually get Assassin's Creed 2 in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks fucking stunning.
Ah, yes, I remember you showing me.
Yeah, it does actually look real good. The fact they were able to make a game like that old actually look absolutely fucking gorgeous. Apart from the faces, they look scuffed, but...
Yeah, but they will do, won't they?
Yeah, you need actual, the actual, motion tracker software for that shit, so I'll let that one slide, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I can't find the actual... Christ, there's someone sort of talking about Assassin's Creed 2 in general. Well, this is kind of... it's not seen to be saying anything, but the fact that someone has actually done it... Oh, hang on. Oh, YouTube channel Teaser Play has on their YouTube channel.
Hi, Chives.
Hey, Chives. So, if you want to go see it, go check out Teaser Play on YouTube, and you'll be able to actually see it. It looks absolutely stunning. Kind of interesting to see something like that, considering the fact that we're not that far from Assassin's Creed Mirage.
That is true.
A popular 2022 PS4 game is now currently only 2 cents.
What?
Yep. Destroy All Humans Clone Carnage, which came out back in on May 31st, is free, but only costs 2 pennies on PS4. It's actually free on Xbox One and PC via Steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different.
I know. And Bungie seems to be having some issues with Destiny 2. Because apparently, some people's versions of Destiny 2 on PS5 has not been updated to the PS5 version.
Oh no.
Yes, so they're having some issues in regards to that. No, apparently Studio noticed that some Guardians haven't upgraded along with their new console, so, yeah. So, look into that, people. And, yeah.
Thank you for the hydrate, Mikino.
That's my list. That's my quick rundown. Demo? You got a quick rundown of yours?
Yeah. Ish. Gamer's mum throws out an entire $500,000 video game collection. New York. Yeah.
That sucks, dude. Could you imagine? Could you imagine coming back home and all of a sudden all your shit's gone?
Bruh, don't even.
Like you see videos on YouTube of like kids and that raging at their families because they got rid of their fucking game stuff. But it's literally, I'm like, if it's literally 500k, like,
hey, I'd just like get out, like get the fuck out. Like, no thanks.
I would, to be honest, an actual rage video of someone actually basically going ape shit. To see that on YouTube after losing their shit for 500k. Yeah, no, fair enough, dude. I'd be pissed at that too.
Yeah, like
500k of anything, really.
And this is what the article says as well. A New York resident suffered a shocking loss this week. At the time, obviously, this came out. When he discovered that his dear old mum had thrown out a huge chunk of his video game collection, valued at roughly $500,000. I'm not sure how you'd bounce back from something like that. I'm really not, honestly. Personally, yeah, I wouldn't be able to bounce back from that at all. An employee at J&L Game, a popular New York City-based video game store, was using his parents' house to store their impressive collection. It turns out this was a big mistake on his part, unfortunately, as Mum appears to have made the decision to just throw it out. People are gonna die. People are gonna die. The employee joked, and on a now deleted Twitter post, quoting, "I just found out my mum a few years ago. They're out all my PS1 games, 500 plus games, half still sealed. I am going to kill somebody." I mean, to be fair, I would have put something worse, but that's just me.
We're lucky that's all they put.
Yeah. It's not entirely clear why these tweets were taken down, but it still could well be that Twitter perceived it as an actual threat, which it clearly wasn't. Still, if taken at face value, it would make sense that Twitter would want to take it down, which is understandable. According to the unfortunate soul, well over 500k of games has been binned since last they checked in on the collection. I left my old stuff in storage, my mum's home. He said, "Today I found out she threw out my Atari, Coleco, Intelli, Famicom, S Famicom, TGFX, PCE, NG, AES, Mega Drive, Master System, basically every system and game that I never took with me." But it gets worse apparently. It gets worse as it seems Mum's purge wasn't limited to video games. She also threw out my 2 Marshall stacks, 14 pedals, drum kit, board, all my skateboards. The thread continued. A good amount of comic books were also thrown out. It's not entirely clear why Mum decided to chuck out all of his stuff. I'm assuming that the son never actually told his parents how much all this stuff was worth. So to them it was pretty much just that could easily be thrown out to make more space. If that's the case, it's definitely less on Mum for throwing out and more on son for just assuming his junk/treasure would remain untouched in his parents' garage for the rest of the time. Hopefully a valuable lesson was learned. It certainly cost him enough.
The pain.
Yeah.
God, do you guys realize how much a Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis actually is worth?
A lot now, yeah.
Like, literally, the retro shit goes for fucking... It's like literally a mint and a half. Fuck!
Yeah, I said a lot.
Oh, mate. That hurts. Yeah. That actually hurts. I'm going to tell my mum this in a minute. I'm going to tell Mama Chaos in a minute. Literally... Nana Chaos to you. Literally, that fucking... Oh... Even my mum's going to go, what the hell?
At least double check, like, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna throw someone's stuff out, then double check with them. If maybe it could be moved elsewhere.
Exactly.
God.
I would be disheartened too.
To be honest, I kind of want to hear the mum's perspective on this.
Me too.
I want to hear the mum's perspective. Like, if someone's able to find out the mum and we can get her into a Discord call, I would gladly see her for the podcast.
I would,
for the
yeah.
podcast and actually have an interview with her.
Same, my guy. Same, like, dude, I could not. I could not, honestly. I just like, what the fuck, man?
Oh my god. Well, with that devastating bit of news, everybody, with that, well, fucking pain ache, and pretty sure I can hear my wallet screaming. Oh, what's that? Oh!
Yeah, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you everyone. We are pretty much at the end of the Flopcast, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch my co-host
Stop.
here. I don't have shout out clips on this
Oh,
layout.
Christ. Don't think I could deal with that after that devastating news, mate.
No, I don't have it on this specifically because it's the Flopcast. Otherwise, we would literally get nowhere.
I know.
But yeah, you can catch my co-host there at twitch.tv/itsdemu.
Yeah.
And are you planning, or have you got any specific stream plans this week?
This week, not particularly. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming, but I will definitely be back to normal schedule as of Wednesday.
Alright. Well, as you guys know, I'll be streaming. You'll be able to. I always get messed up on the ending. So.
Sounds so cool.
You guys will be able to catch this episode of the Flopcast on YouTube. Either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I actually get round to editing it down and uploading it. You will also catch me on stream here on Friday nights at 10 PM. Is it GMT now?
No idea. I just go UK time on my stuff, so it's...
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to catch me at 10 PM my time, UK time. Will I be streaming? No idea. When I upload when I put up a schedule, you guys will know. Obviously, we'll be leading up to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which won't be this week. It will be next week. If I'm right. Yes, next Friday will be Pokemon Scarlet, and next week, not this week coming, but the week after, I will be streaming early on in the morning. Well, from the moment I wake up, once I got myself freshened up and everything, and made sure that I don't have to do anything, I'll be streaming my start of Pokemon Scarlet.
Very nice.
And we'll be going through however long I feel up to it. So yes, look forward to that. I will say this: stream next week is going to be regular. The stream for this week, obviously, this weekend will be regular. Mondays might be I will say this: Monday stream next Monday will be possibly a bit earlier because I'm due in work. Earlier in the day, not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. So yeah, I may end up streaming earlier in the day, just so then I can at least get enough sleep, so I can then actually be at least prepped for earlier work that week.
Yeah.
With that being said, everyone, copy the rating that you currently see in the chat, and we do have a raid target. As we
I can already imagine who it is.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like I, kept an eye on him or anything.
No, I noticed they started going live almost immediately after we went live ourselves, to be honest. And it's usually a weekly thing, at least.
It seems to be. But they're a cool dude. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and raid Blue Moon Gaming. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and we will catch you all in the next Flopcast. Got anything you want to say? Or you want to just piggyback off my ending?
I want to piggyback off your ending, motherfucker.
For fuck's sake. And with that being said, everybody, raise your pizzas high and say it with me. Stay chaotic.
Stay chaotic.
And live
Live for the
for the challenge.
challenge.
Oh,
Bye.
Bye.
wow.